Hello, my gorgeous peopleini. These are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are for the water signs of Zodiac, which are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So this weekly horoscope tarot card focus is for the water signs of Zodiac, which are Cancerini, Scorpioni, and Piscilini, and it's in between the 31st of January and the 6th of February 2022. And I'm going to start with my gorgeous Cancer. Cancerini, you know what? The beginning of this week, it's going to be like, oh my god, it is going to be just a sudden collapse of plans, certain plans. But this is important because these, plans, they basically, it's to do with certain elements of your life that were just dragging and dragging and dragging, and then slowly, naturally came to an end. So they are gonna make themselves known when it comes to you feeling quite maybe just a little bit of emotional. There is going to be just a little bit of emotional confusion that you will be going through just at the beginning of the week. But this is also a very good sign and very important sign of your personal growth when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your own spiritual journey, because that now, then and there, this is going to be a very enlightening moment in time in so many different ways. So when you become aware of like, oh Lord, the sudden collapse of certain plans, this is also at the same time going to kind of come unexpectedly. But what I wanted to say, that at the same time, what I was going to say is just actually going to be really important moment in time, because you will know that this was like this sudden collapse of plans. This was just draining your energy, and it was taking your energy away from you anyways. Just like when we are focusing on a specific part of part of our lives that came to an end, then it's just going to be draining your energy, and it's going to make you feel uncertain, and it's going to make you feel unhappy, uneasy, until you realize yourself. And when you realize that yourself that this came to an end, and this is a magical moment in time, because it brings you that spiritual key, and through that spiritual key you will realize also like you will have a balance, and that balance is going to help you realize that you need to give credit to yourself, because not that long after that moment in time you're gonna have a very important message, very important news, and it's to do with the waiting game, something that you have been waiting for, but it's at the same time pretty much so to do with the justice. So it doesn't really matter. It's all about the spiritual domino that is actually going to happen. So as soon as you become aware of this sudden collapse of plans, or maybe and things like that, you just also at the same time you need to understand that this is actually a blessing, because this was draining your energy like there is no tomorrow, way too much. And also when you allow to this specific part of your life to come to an end, but only you can do this with your own realization, and as soon as you realize this, at the same time you just jump very high on your own scale, when it comes to your own like kind of spiritual path. So this is important time of your personal growth. So a few days after that, there is going to be an important message that you are going to have, a news, and you're going to feel this like it's to do with the justice. You're going to feel so good about this. It's going to put big smile on your face. This is going to mean to you so much. It's nothing to do with your personal life as such, but my lord, you're going to get and gain so much out of it, because there is something that was preventing you to move on. There is something that was affecting you around this situation. So this is why this justice, you're gonna find you're gonna take it very personal, because it was personally affecting your life. This is gonna help you so much to flow freely, and you're gonna find like this really, really rewarding in so many different ways. That in itself, it's almost immediately going to give you determination, but also at the same time it's just gonna give you power. It's going to give you confidence that by the time you get to the mid part of this week, it's also all about the confidence at around the midweek. You're going to resolve quite a lot. You're really going to resolve quite a lot this week, my gorgeous Cancerinis. This is very important, because this in itself is going to give you the energy, the power. You will see things that you didn't see before. You will realize things that you didn't realize before. My God, by the time you get to the midweek, you're going to be so much more wiser. I'm not telling you that you weren't wiser, or that you're not wise. and that you weren't wise. What? No, baby, no, I'm not telling you this whatsoever. But by the time you get to the actual midweek, you know, this in itself, as I said, is just going to put you in the past, because you will know something that you didn't know before. Your eyes are going to be really open. So by the time you get to the midweek, you know, it's just pretty much so you're gonna you will come across a certain obstacle, and that obstacle was like really kind of draining your energy, also like it was affecting you again. You know, the second obstacle is going to be in the midweek, but this is great. Don't get like, oh no, obstacle, sadness. No, baby, no, you need to do this. This created spiritual knots, and the spiritual knots we need to work on, and only we can do this. Only we can realize this through our own senses, through our own energy. You see, only we can work on our own stagnation. The stagnation in our life is going to be around us until we specifically realize that, you know, something really big, it's going to be on you, and it only need to come from you. Is the way you feel, your inspiration, your life, it all needs to come from you. This is so important. It may not make sense now, but it's most certainly going to make sense what I was saying by the end of this week. So you're going to find yourself like a midweek. This is the obstacle that I'm talking about. Why did you feel these unsatisfied desires? It's a lot to do with unsatisfied desires, and that caused so much struggle in your life. And that in itself also at the same time created a very big obstacle. So you have to be honest with yourself so much. There is something a little bit of like a maybe, oh no, a little bit of heartbreaking situation here. Just you're going to be a little bit sad because the things are not going to kind of work in the ways that you wanted to work, but then at the same time, you're gonna allow this process to continue, this process to finish, but the energy to continue, because you were kind of blocked here. So you just have to be honest with yourself. What part of your life, you know, here came to an end? What part of your life? It's like to do with a bit of a heartbreaking. Oh no! But then again, it's gonna the sooner you realize the much easier, the much more positive vibration around you is going to be, because this like, oh, bit of a heartbreaking, it's actually going to be brilliant, because as soon as you accept this, you will be able to move on, and this in itself, it's going to lead towards something so special, so unique, and so powerful. Is the idea that you are going to get. So you see what I mean? This heartbreaking, this is no, baby, no. It's not going to be like, oh my God, the end of the world, blah blah blah. No, baby, no. But it's about you kind of feeling like, oh, maybe, oh, you know, this specific part of your life, it's not going to work out the way you wanted it. But then again, that's few days later, it's going to be mind-blowing idea that you're going to have, and it's only going to come to you purely because you accepted this part of your life slowly coming to an end as well. So this is important, you know. You are going to have two major points. These 2 points are going to make a huge impact on your life. So one is the beginning of the week, the second one is going to be midweek, but this is going to reflect on your own happiness. This is going to make you feel so happy later on, and in fact within the next 7 weeks your life is going to start changing so beautifully, and you will see how directly responsible this situation was. This is going to bring you like a pretty much so financial security and the comfort and the personal security when it comes to your finances that you actually needed. But you just need to give a credit to yourself. Pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to things that are inspiring you, and pay attention to those things that are keep on repeating on your mind. There are certain things that are going to be keep on repeating on your mind, my gorgeous Cancerinis. You really need to get hold of these things. There is, you know, so many inspirations, so many ideas you are going to have, and through your own inspirations and ideas, this is going to remind you how beautiful you are, how unique you are, and it's all going to be leading towards a certain moment. It's all going to be leading towards a certain point in your life. This is really, really good, and you're most certainly going to like it. On one hand, you know, yeah, baby, you will most certainly going to be facing your fear, and you're stronger and way more powerful than this fear. So this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to be facing your fear, and I really like this. By the time you get to the last part of this week, like this is where Big Mama is saying like, hello, my darling, the last part of the week. I know the week is a bit complex. I know that the week is a bit like kind of, oh my God, but then again, you know, this life is not meant to be simple. This life is not meant to be easy. And especially, above all, most certainly when things don't make sense, when up is down, down is up, la la la, you just need to find the balance in between. But do not lose yourself. If you lose yourself, you lose your path. Stay on the path, okay? Follow the light. My gorgeous Cancerinis, this is very important indeed. The last part of this week is just pretty much so going to be like, oh my God, an information that you're going to have, you know, and this is what you have been waiting for. This is what you expected. This is what you were looking forward to hear. But you know what? It's going to be much better. It's going to be much more advanced. And it's pretty much so to do with, like, you know, even most importantly, it's like a promotion of your life. It's going to take place. But what I really like here is the recognition of abilities through this. Something is going to be highlighted, and what is going to be highlighted is just to do with recognition of very sacred abilities that you have. This is going to be a key. This is going to be a way out. This is going to be a new path. This is going to be where you should be where you're going to find yourself. It's about this recognition of abilities, but at the same time, my gorgeous Cancerini, at the same time, this is going to change your life, but pretty much so when it comes to your home, when it comes to your own happiness, you know, this is going to bring you pleasure and contentment and the healing, because this is all going to lead towards a big change at home. And this is important to you. This was always important to you. Just remember this, my gorgeous Cancerinis, that major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is bringing you an important chance. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun. Important. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card. Whoosh! That just came out by itself. This just came out by itself. La 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 la. I mean, come on. You will see what you didn't see before. You will be so wise. There is so much that it's going to inspire you. Follow it this week, you know, follow it. Connect to it. This is so important that you will be able to have this power to read in between the lines. But most importantly, you will see what you didn't see before. Oh my God, what you're going to see, it's going to surprise you, but it's also going to inspire you so, so, so much. Something that you haven't felt in a long time will be felt, and that in itself, it's also going to open the new door towards your own passion. This is important, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card as well. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, your oracle card is... Oh Lord, you see this? This is what you need to remember, because you are going to be challenged throughout this week with the people around you, and just don't take it personal whatsoever, because there are going to be certain people around you that you're going to be dealing with, and they're also they have been confused with so much in their lives, and that maybe these people have been misled, or these people are having lots of problems, but they will kind of want to take it out on you. Just remember to not to waste your energy whatsoever. If somebody's trying to agitate you or irritate you, or somebody's trying to be confrontational, just don't waste your energy with people who don't don't waste your energy with people who don't mean to you too much, or don't waste your energy with the people who are just having such a different opinions to you. There is absolutely no point whatsoever. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Scorpio, my beautiful Scorpioni, ooh la la. So you are having here pretty much, so stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. You're going to come across some little bastards this week, my gorgeous Scorpione. You're going to come across some little snakes. There may be people in your life who are directly telling you something, or it's going to be people around you who are not in your life, but these people are affecting your life. The bottom line is, stay true to yourself, please. There are going to be some people that are going to have a ridiculously powerful energy, and I don't like this type of people. Ridiculously powerful energy, but it's really negative, it's really bad, it's really low and it just takes over because they're so strong and they say something that doesn't make sense, but it's still affecting your life purely because the energy takes over, and you're like, no baby, no. Get rid of this. You win this by being yourself, okay? By you just have to stay true to yourself. This is so important. Like, I'm gonna keep on saying this and saying this and saying this until I need to say this. No, I'm just gonna keep on saying this. This is just so important. You are gonna come across some people that are really narrow-minded. And this is something that it's not only about being narrow-minded, but it's about some kind of maliciousness here as well. It's like, oh my God. And these people could be people who are directly in your life, around you, like physically, or as I said, it could be people on the outside, and they are just affecting your life as well. However you come across this is so important because it's almost immediately going to put you on a crossroads. Okay, it's almost immediately going to put you on the crossroads, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and these crossroads are going to awaken you. These crossroads are going to awaken your passion. These crossroads are going to remind you of who you are. These crossroads are going to remind you of how important your personal truth is. These crossroads are also going to open your third psychic eye, and it's going to be absolutely massive. So you will know exactly what to do. This is going to lead towards your own fantastic mind-blowing determination within the next 3 days later. Exactly within the next 3 days later, you are going to have a mind-blowing determination. Something is going to come to you. You will be seeing numbers 111, 777, 333, 33. You know, any combinations of these numbers that you're going to see, you just need to know that this is also at the same time going to be a sacred guiding light, because these numbers are going to be directly connected to your mind, to what you're thinking, an incredible power of synchronicity you're going to become aware of, but also knowing exactly what to do at that moment in time, because these numbers, we wanted you to reflect on what you were thinking at that time, at that moment in time. You know, what was on your mind, but in terms of an obstacle, because there is an obstacle that it's also going to be resolved at around that situation. So this is something that it's going to be like kind of communicating you like there is no tomorrow. It's about great determination that you are going to have within the next 3 days, initiative, and you need to pay attention to what is making you feel avavavumish, what is making you feel good, what is making you feel great, you know, what is making you feel excited, what is making you feel alive again. I'm not saying that you felt dead, but I'm just saying that this happens when you go through the time of personal transformation, but also when it's like this kind of strong initiative and strength that I'm seeing here. It's going to be highlighted through your own activity. It's going to be showed certain path is going to be shown to you towards your own success, and you will know what this is because you're very unique about it. It's things that you love doing, but this is going to become quite obvious because at the same time you're going to feel very emotional about it, very strong. And there is the energy that you will feel like that you didn't feel in like about the last 11 months. So this is why this is so important. But most significantly, this is going to put you on this spiritual quest. And this spiritual quest is just going to give you even more power. And it's also kind of going to help you to resolve a certain obstacle. By the time you get to the midweek, my gorgeous Scorpioni, another thing I was going to say to you, you are going to feel like a little bit of preoccupied, and there is a lot going to be around you, and then you're going to have a moment like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, there's going to be so much around you, and there are going to be very strange feelings and very strange emotions. You know, the energy and vibration, it's going to be be really bizarre for you at around the midweek, but this bizarreness is going to be your own, the time when your own uniqueness comes out as well. So there is, at around the midweek, you will be like, oh my God, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, but you're going to feel like a little bit dry, like in the sense of like, oh, you're not going to be able to connect that easily. It's a lot of confusion is going to be going on, and nothing is going to be making sense. And then you're going to hear something negative, like about someone, and it was like connected to you, and then this is just going to happen at the wrong time, and it's all going to be like, oh no, dark lala, do you know what I mean? No, this is actually, again, dun, da, 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 Cecilia, you're breaking. Now this is going to be so important, because look, it's that when you feel this, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. No, my goodness, where did I get that from? But it's the preoccupation that you're going to feel at that moment in time. I go to Scorpione, that preoccupation. It's also, listen, this is an important sign. Listen, Linda, this is an important sign. You know why? Because a really mind-blowing event is going to occur after that moment in time. An unexpected big mama change. And this is really going to be a sign. So as soon as you become aware of this preoccupation, you know, like, oh God, you know, like all these things, at the same time, this is not that long after that moment in time, there is going to be an absolutely unexpected situation that is going to appear. And then you will realize this is actually going to be really good. Because, you know, very kind of like a strange and unusual aspect of your life is slowly going to come to an end, not completely, but it's just going to start making so much more sense. So it's a bit of a Wheel of Fortune moment where your destiny, fortune, you know, really pretty much so it's highlighted part of your life. So something very deeply you're gonna feel, very strong you're gonna feel here, and that in itself, it's gonna be the time of your own big mama self-illumination. And the self-illumination that I'm talking about, it's like pretty much so gonna make you feel really wise, even more wiser than you normally are. But it's that wiseness, it's gonna give you more power to respond to the situation in your life that you were just in kind of self-denial about. So it's just pretty much so going to help you to open up yourself, come out of yourself, and just be honest. This is so important. It's like about what you have been in self-denial about is just pretty much so you need to be honest with yourself. It's all about your own alive force that is gonna take over. So this is about you being honest with yourself, but also having confidence to go, you know, through those paths, you know, to find yourselves on those paths in your life that just don't make sense, but you feel very strongly to go towards them. So this is something to be aware of. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, is just all about the actual very important message here, very important news from somebody who is pretty much very consistent in your life. So pay attention to this, my gorgeous Scorpione. The last part of this week is going to be Big Mama again, because somebody who is very consistent in your life is going to be directly responsible for this wonderful message that you're going to receive. And that wonderful message is that you're going to receive, it's going to happen at around the time when, you know, the synchronicity is very strong. So you will know that exactly which part of your life you will know that you need to invest, you know, which part of your life. And it's going to surprise you, but this is going to be it, you see. This is where things are going to become start becoming very interesting for you indeed, Cecilia. No, so now, and also this is like please, the last part of this week, very strongly try to reconnect with people in your life. There is someone very special, very important that you need to reconnect with. Someone whom you kind of lost the conversation with, lost touch with, lost conversation with. Do you say this? You know, someone who you lost in touch with, you know, at the end of the week. It's going to be obvious. And this person is meant to be in your life. On one hand, they're a very strong figure in your life. But on another hand, they're meant to be in your life. And they're also bringing you a very important message. And also, you're gonna feel very vavavoom-ish, my gorgeous Scorpioni in general. I would say throughout this week, try to explore as much as you can, because you should be pretty much so expressing your driving passion, you know, and sensual powers are going to be rather increased, you know. So this is something that I really strongly needed to mention, you know, this is the time to express your driving passion when it comes to your sensuality and, you know, type of things like that. So, you know, it's just like you're gonna feel very strongly that the balance is just right. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card of the week. My gorgeous Scorpioni, what is going to be a tarot card of the week? Oh, Cecilia. See this? You know, I quite like this card because on one hand, this burden is coming to the bloody end, you know, this burden is coming to an end, not bloody end, but this burden this burden is coming to an end. A certain burden is coming to an end. You carried on your back so much, and you need to understand that you have to slow down a little bit, you have to chill out a little bit, you have to relax a little bit, try to ground yourself a little bit, try to meditate a little bit. There is a lot that is going to come to you through meditation. Try to ground yourself outside, try to visit the forest, the nature. I keep on saying this, but it's important. You see, I create my own forest here in my head, yeah. No, but this is important. This is like a pretty much so a very annoying part of your life is coming to an end, where you had so much on your back and you're like, oh God, you know, but now this is coming to an end as well. This is your sign to slow down a little bit, but at the same time it's coming to an end. A very kind of time that you felt too much on your back, you know. So this is actually really good. And now I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Scorpioni. What is going to be your oracle card of the week? Okay, so your oracle card is Cecilia. Da 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 dum. Da, 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 da. You see this, my gorgeous Cecilias? You see this? It's about you. It's about you making decisions. It's about you doing things in your life. It's about you putting yourself first. It's about you realizing how powerful you are, but it's also about you realizing how even more powerful, strong, and very, very unique energy becomes when you give credit to yourself. No matter what is going on, you are going to realize something really big this week. You're going to realize something so huge, so important, and nothing, you know, there is a lot that is not going to make sense, but to you this is going to make an absolutely perfect sense. You're going to have such a strong sign that you made your own, like, kind of, you made a decision not that long ago, and now that it's going to be confirmed to you. This is going to be really important, but most significantly, you're going to find yourself in this very powerful quest, you know, spiritual quest, where you will kind of want to go more, you will want to explore more, you will want to explore like kind of like an untouched part of you, but you left that part of you to be untouched for quite a while now. So now is the time to go forward, now is the time to go through, but at the same time trust your instincts. Okay, do things on your own term. You need to make yourself first. You need to take care of yourself. First of all, you need to take care of yourself, and then you can take care of other people in your life. But pretty much so it's about you. This is all going to be about you coming out of your cocoon, you know. This is all about you coming out of yourself. This is all about you to responding to situations, people, and things in your life in your own unique way. This is what it means, you coming out of a very difficult situation that, you know, just for way too long was just holding your hands like this, and you will realize your own power, and you will want more of it. Indeed, I like this. It's important. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Piscelini. Now, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's like, ooh la la, what do we have here? What do we have here? Oh no, oh no, oh no. No, it's like an imposter. It's going to be revealed. Like, you know, this is important for you to know. This is important for you to understand. This is important for you to be aware of. Who is this imposter? Okay? And it's not even like listen, it's not even somebody directly in your life. It's not somebody who's like in your house. It's not somebody who's directly connected to you. It's not someone who is around you. This is somebody who is like kind of part of your life, in your life, but not directly connected to you. But what this imposter is responsible for is affecting your life. So you are going to have your eyes open. This is so important for you to open your eyes. At least you will know the truth, you know. And this is the truth. It's what you need. Because after that moment in time, you know, you are going to have the beginning of understanding, you know, very important beginning of understanding. It's going to be weird, bizarre, almost like kind of crazy to even kind of think about, because it just doesn't make sense, but you will not be able to explain the whole thing. Very complex, but it's nothing to do with you, but it's affecting your personal situation. So this is what I'm talking about. It affected your balance, and it has been affecting your balance for way too long. In order to come out of it, you need to give a credit to yourself. You know, you need to understand how powerful you are, but also you need to understand that there are going to be some major spiritual changes that are going to start unfolding this week. And this is all part of the spiritual changes, because it's at least going to help you to see the truth of what it is. And you're not going to be aware of the whole truth, but it doesn't really matter. You will just feel something so kind of not right. You will feel something so wrong, and you will want to move away from this. And then maybe you just need to avoid like something that you're watching, something that you're listening, something that you're reading, or maybe you're part of the certain group of people that no longer work for you, for example, different opinions and things like that. It's important because it's pretty much going to be connected almost immediately within the next 4 days. It's going to be connected to the beginning of a very powerful, very strong, very important understanding, you know, and that it's in itself, it's going to be you reaching towards enlightenment in your life, the beginning of. And I'm saying to people, when I say enlightenment, when I say spiritual awakening, some people think, not everyone, but some people tend to think like, oh, spiritual awakening is beautiful, like a sun, gorgeous, shining, we're all going to be like spiritually awake, la la la. No, baby, you know, the spiritual awakening, it's like completely opposite, because it's about the understanding, realizing, connecting with ourselves, reconnecting with ourselves, seeing things that are like completely wrong, you know, and weird, and removing ourselves from them. You know, removing ourselves, changing our path, you know. So it's a lot that we understand. It's the energy that is draining us, but it's also ultimately putting us on the path that we should be on, because it makes us to kind of, it inspires us in such a way to make decisions in our life where the life became really stale because it was taken over by the certain maybe darkish entities, you know. Not only you, my gorgeous Pisces, I'm talking like quite a lot. This is happening quite a lot. So this is going to lead towards a beginning of understanding, but also you reaching towards enlightenment. So it's about you realizing, knowing like, oh my God, it's going to leave a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth, but then again, this is going to be major. Okay? This is going to be absolutely major. At the same time, you're just going to feel like, you know, throughout this week, you're going to feel like someone is around you. You're going to feel like maybe certain spirits are around you. This is going to be the time when you're going to tap into all sorts of dimensions. So pay attention to also like the certain ideas, and the specific 2 things are going to be keep on repeating on your mind. 2 things you need to pay attention to. One thing is connected to your past, and another thing is connected to what you should be doing. These 2 things you need to join together, and you need to work out how you're going to take it on the next level. This is important. By the time you get to the mid week, my gorgeous Pisces, there you go. This is what I'm talking about. Cecilia, this is what I'm talking about. It's all about hope, faith, inspiration that you're going to have. You know, it's just all about like you will see, you will become aware of. There's a certain message that you're going to have, and information, and that is going to open up all sorts of opportunities to you in terms of inspiration, and you're going to become aware of like a very important bright prospects in your life. When I say the mixing past and present, don't forget this. It's important because there is still something from the past that you need to bring in, and you need to kind of like really mix up with things that you're doing right now. Once you just like kind of like exchange these energies, there is so much more that you're gonna gain out of it, because you're bringing in the missing part of you that you still need to work on. It's like kind of connected to an unfinished business that you know it's time to take it on the next level, but with things that you have learned so far, it's just gonna be different because of your own experience and things that you've been through over the last 36 months. It's just gonna be kind of like a mind-blowing in so many different ways later on. So you are here about to start something so important. Just remember, it's the bright prospect. You're going to feel very strong connection to go for something. It's going to make you feel very optimistic, and at the same time very powerful omen you're going to have. And the omen that you're going to have, it's good. I'm laughing because the omen that you're going to have, it's going to be like in form of the actual, like an animal, whether it's going to be like a cat, dog, a bird. These three are very, very strong. And the omen that you're going to have, I was smiling, I'm not smiling, but like, well, yeah, I suppose smiling, because the omen is going to be not going to be like, oh yeah, the omen is going to let you know something amazing is going to happen. No, baby, no. This omen is going to make you aware of like some kind of dishonesty. This omen, this sign is going to make you aware of like some kind of bad influence and being like kind of maybe in danger around someone. So this is something that you need to pay attention to, because it's going to make you aware of the fact that you may be being kind of taken advantage of. So it's just a bit of a caution. At around the time when you see this cat, dog, or a bird, this is your omen. This is your sign to pay attention to who is going to come to your mind first, but not necessarily as such, but also within the next few days after that moment in time. This omen is going to be warning you, that there is someone who is maybe that you should be paying attention to. So if you come across people that are around you that don't make sense, trying to push something to you, push you towards a certain path, just be aware of it. You're Pisces, so you are most certainly kind of very intuitive and very psychic anyway. So you will know what am I talking about. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Pisces, it's like, oh my lord, you're going to become a captive to your own ideas, and it's all about these ideas. These ideas are going to make you feel so good, but at the same time, these ideas are going to be the answer to restraint caused by others. It's going to be the answer to lots of trouble. It's going to be the answer to lots of sadness. It's going to be the answer to lots of faith every now and then. So this is going to be brilliant, because it's going to lead towards a big achievement that is very, very rewarding indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Pisces, I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. And also just remember, you are safe, my gorgeous Pisces. Remember, you are safe, and that your spirit guides, your angels are going to be very, very close to you throughout this week, and this is like pretty much so. There are lots of signs that you are going to have, specifically when you see numbers repeating 777 and 444. When you see these numbers repeating throughout this week, just expect a very important sign that is going to be directly from your angels or your spirit guides, that you will have. So this is something to remember. And now, my gorgeous Pisces, that just flipped over, look, by itself. It's all about you expressing yourself. It's all about talking. It's all about you just going back, to something so important to you. It's to do with an important continuation of your life. It's you focusing on things that are really gonna make big change in your life. But at the same time, it's a lot about delegating, expressing yourself, talking, throwing yourself in all sorts of situations, my gorgeous Pisces. The more active you are, the more you're gonna get out of it. The more active you are, the more successful you're going to be. The more active you are, the more answers you're going to be getting throughout this week. So this is a really, really important for you indeed. And now, my gorgeous Pisces, I'm just going to see what is going to be oracle card of the week. Okay, so what is going to be oracle card of the week? Cecilia, my gorgeous Pisces. Look at this. Have a faith, my gorgeous Pisces. Your faith is your power. Your power is your faith. okay? Because every time when you feel inspired by something this week, this is coming from somewhere else. Every time when you feel excited this week, inspired this week, this is coming from somewhere very deep, so from somewhere very different, from somewhere completely different. Part of it is your subconscious mind, which is going to be like a part of all sorts of dimensions. But then on another hand, there is a lot going to be coming to you this week when it comes to like inspiration. This is sacred. These inspirations that I'm talking about and things that are going to be keep on repeating in your mind, you know, you will know that you need to do this. You will know that this is a strong part of your life. Have faith in yourself. This is going to change your life. It's going to bring you so much hope when you need it the most, you know. This is something to remember, my gorgeous Pisces. Indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings. Lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings. Lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.